welcome to All Things Nitty's Crochet channel. This week's stitch is the broad rib and shell stitch. It's a beautiful and quite easy 2-row repeat. It gives you these lovely wide ribs and a small little shell in between, and it's really, really defined. This could be used for pillow covers or a cardigan, a lap blanket or something. You can square the top off if you like. I just thought it looked nicer like that. I have changed colour just so you could see that you could make like a checkered pattern, and just to show you the definition within the stitches. The count for this pattern is 7 plus 4. You're going to need to use the correct hook recommended by your yarn and cast your initial chain quite loose. Once you have your chain of 7 plus 4, we will begin. Chain of 7 plus 4, we will begin our pattern. To work your initial foundation row of double crochet, we're going to do a stitch at the very start that's different from maybe how you've started before. So instead of chaining extra and curling back round, what you're going to do is in this second chain from hook, you're going to make 1 single crochet. Okay, and then you have your left loop here and your right loop. So going under just that left loop, put your hook through, yarn over, pull through 1, you have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. So that kind of builds like a chainless turn, and it just keeps your edges really, really straight. So your foundation row is just a full row of US double crochet. It's yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'll show you that one more time and then you can finish the row. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull a loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So pause the video here and complete your full row of double crochet and we'll start pattern row 1. Okay, so you've got your foundation row of US double crochet. We'll begin pattern row 1. Now, to do this, you're going to turn your work first. Okay, don't chain anything. Bring your working yarn to the back of your hook like so, and then work your first single crochet. So it's like a chainless single crochet. So into that stitch, work 1 single crochet. I'll show you that one more time, and if you can't get this, you can chain 1 and turn, but it will leave you with a small bump at the side. Okay, so you turn your work first, bring your working yarn to the back of your work and hold it with your right index finger. Go into the stitch, make sure you have your V, you can drop your yarn now, and then complete your single crochet through both loops. Now to finish this row, you're going to work a full row of single crochet but in the front loop only. So you have your back loop and your front loop. So you go under the front loop, so you only have 1 bar. Yarn over, pull through, you have 2, yarn over through 2. Into the front loop only, you're going to work a full row of single crochet. However, your last stitch, we work through both parts of the stitch. And so if you work to your last stitch here, stop and we'll just quickly go over the end of pattern row 1. Okay, so we've come to the end of pattern row 1. To finish, you're going to work 1 single crochet, making sure you have both parts of the loop, the stitch on. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we're going to begin pattern row 2 with a chain 1. So you chain 1 on pattern row 2, turn your work, and into this very first stitch here, you're going to work 1 half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through. Once you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, so into the next stitch, but 1 row below. So we're not working into this top stitch here. We're going down to here, and we're going to work a 2-in-1 stitch and then 1 double crochet. So that will give us 3 posts, because in between your rib stitches you work 3 double crochets. So this keeps the count correct, and it also gives you a lovely straight edge. So into the next stitch, 1 row below, so down here, you're going to work a 2-in-1 stitch. So yarn over, go down, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over and pull through. And if you were doing a 2 together cluster, you would come through 2 then 3, but in a 2 and 1, or what I call a 2 and 1, yarn over and pull through 4. Okay, so that gives you 2 posts but 1 stitch. I'll show you it one more time. So 2 and 1, yarn over, 1 row below, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over into the same stitch, pull up a loop, you have 4, yarn over, pull through 4, and then work 1 double crochet into the same stitch. So that gives you your 3 posts for the shell and a lovely straight edge. The easiest way to do this pattern is to use the row below as your guide. So your count was 7, and that works out as a block of 3 and a block of 4. So we've worked 3 stitches here, and we've still got 1 here. So we're going to skip 1 and work into the next post. So 1, 2, 3. Around this next post, you're going to work a row or 4 in a row, front post, extended double crochet. Yarn over, come all the way down, go behind that post, like so. Yarn over, pull a loop behind the post. Yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do 3 more of those. So yarn over, go around the next post. So go behind it. Yarn over, pull a loop behind. You have 3. So yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. 2 more. Yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more. Behind the post. And work your extended double crochet. Okay, so we've worked our shell and our rib. We're working over our next block of 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip a stitch, and in the middle stitch, again, 1 row below, so not through here where you have your V. You're going down to this row here, and you're going to work 3 double crochets. So 1 row below, and work your shell of 3 normal US double crochet. So that's a treble in the UK. Or a triple. I prefer US terms. Okay, so we've worked over a block of 3. So 1, 2, 3. So our next is a block of 4 extended front post double crochet. So skip 1, and then behind that post, you're going to work 4 US double crochet. 1, 2, behind the post, 3, 1 more for 4. Again, you're going to skip 1. So skip 1, working the next row of 3 here. You're going to go 1 row below and work 3 US double crochet. And that's the repeat until you come to your last row, your last cluster of 3, where you're going to mirror what you did at the very start. So 3 US double crochet here. Next, we'll work 4 front post extended double crochet. 1, 1, 2, 3. You can see, and the last one 4. Okay, so pause the video here or come back and I'll just show you how we end the row. So continue working across that row, and then once you're at this point, how you finish your row is you mirror what you did at the very start. So we've got our cluster of 3, 1, 2, 3. Into the middle stitch again. You started with a 2 and 1, then a double. So at this side, you do the opposite. So you start with a double crochet into the row below, So 1 US double crochet, then a 2 in 1, so into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, into the same stitch again, yarn over, pull through 4, and then you end in the top corner here with 1 US half double crochet. So right through that stitch, you work your half double crochet. That's your first little repeat done. So you can. Okay, so now we're going to repeat pattern row 1. If you remember, we don't chain anything. We turn our work first, bring the wool to the back of the work, go into the stitch through both loops, and work a single crochet. Okay, so now at the back of your work, you're going to work your full row of front loop only single crochet. However, when it comes to the 2 in 1 stitch here and the 2 in 1 stitch here, you will have 2 loops on. So if you look, this is your back loop and your front loop, but you also have a little extra loop here. So when it comes to the 2 in 1, you're going to make sure you go through both of those, like so. So you will have a V, it's just not, you're still leaving out that back loop, okay? So work your single crochet. Then every other stitch, you're just going to have 1 loop, and you're going to single crochet across that row, working into the front loop only, and stop if you get stuck at the 2 in 1, and I'll get you back there. So front loop only, single crochet across that whole row. Okay, so we're at the point of the 2 in 1 stitch, so go under that little loop that's extra and the front loop, leave your back loop unworked, work your single crochet, and then into the top corner, working through both parts, make sure you have your V, finish your single crochet. Now we're going to repeat the pattern row 2, where you chain 1, turn your work into the top corner, so not the row below, you're going to work 1 half double crochet. And now it becomes a little easier to see where you're working. You really don't need to count. So into the next stitch, 1 row below, you're going to work your 2 in 1. So it's through 2, yarn over through 4, and then 1 double crochet. And now here's your posts from the row below. So this is the extended double crochet that we worked. We're going to again work 4 extended double crochet, so yarn over, come down to the post that you made here, and repeat. So you're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over around the next post or behind the post, like so, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over through 2, behind the post, extended double crochet, again, extended double crochet, so pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, and as you can see, it's maybe a wee bit harder to see on the camera, but you are making this rib that is, once the pattern gets going, it becomes really quite defined. So now you have your 3 double crochet from the row below into the middle post, again 1 row below, so not here, into the row below, 3 US double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Next you're going to work 4 front post extended double crochet, and that is the repeat for this row. Work 4 extended double crochet. In this shell, you're going to work 3 double crochets here, 4 front post double crochet and stop. Sorry, 4 front post extended double crochet, stop, and we'll just finish this row together again. So work your 4, shell 4, okay? Okay, so you've come to your last little shell, and it's the mirror of what you've done at the very start. So you start with a US double crochet in that row below, so work your double crochet first, then your 2 in 1, yarn over, pull through 2, through 4, and then you finish your row with a US half double crochet here. You can see the pattern starting to come together. In one on the single crochet row, through both, single crochet, and then when you come to the 2 in 1, you're making sure you pick up the extra loop and the front loop. Finish your single crochet. Do that across the row. Well, I'm going to do one more row of the rib, and then I'm going to show you how to finish the pattern with a very simple border. Like I say, I've kept the top with the shell. I'm going to show you that, and then I'm also going to show you how you can block it off so it's completely square, okay? So finish your single crochet row, and we'll do the rib row one more time. Okay, so your first and last recap. Single crochet, chain 1, turn your work, working the rib row. You start with a US half double crochet. In the next stitch, one below, you do your 2 in 1 first. And then 1 double crochet. You work your 4 front post extended. And here you work 3 double crochet, 4 front post extended, 3, 4, and we'll just finish the row together, and then we'll work the border. Okay, so one more time, you're going to start with a double crochet, then your 2 in 1, okay, and then in that top corner, you're going to work a US half double crochet. Okay, so just continue doing that till you're at whatever size you want your pattern to be, and then I'll show you how to do a very simple one round border. Okay, so turn your work on the side. You're going to continue with the yarn that you've got. So you've worked a half double crochet into this stitch. Into the same stitch, you're going to work 1 herringbone half double crochet. So pull the loop through. Once you have 3 loops, don't yarn over. You're going to slip stitch the first, under the second. Once you have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. So each shell counts as 2 stitches, and that would be your corner. So into this next stitch here, 1 herringbone half double crochet. You can kind of see where we're working. So here's our next stitch. Slip stitch under, and then pull through 2. Here's your shell, and it's 1, 2, then 1, 2. And that keeps your count correct. So when you slip, work your next herringbone half double. And then when you come to the corner, you're going to work 1 herringbone half double crochet, chain 1, 1 herringbone half double crochet. Okay, so here's our last stitch. 1 herringbone half double, chain 1, into the same stitch, herringbone half double crochet. Okay, so that's the repeat all the way around, so you can see every stitch across the bottom, work a herringbone half double crochet. In the corner, work 1, chain 1, 1, turn your work. You can see here's stitch 1, 2. If you pull your shell apart, you can see here, then here, here, then here. Do that all the way until this corner, and then I'll show you the 2 ways you can finish this off. Okay, so continue working around herringbone half double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to show you the 2 ways that you can finish this pattern off. Once you've come to this corner with your herringbone half double crochet, to do the curvy border, you're going to slip stitch in the back loop only of the next 3 stitches. So go into the stitch and slip stitch, into the back loop only, slip stitch. So do that 3 times. Then if you turn your work over, you can see that working the front post leaves you this bar. You're going to single crochet in the next 4. So you're kind of working down a row but behind your work. you're going to work 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've slip stitched and then single crochet. Now back into the shell, you would slip stitch in the next 3, back loop only, slip, slip, slip. And if you wanted to have the border completely straight, instead of working down into the back, you would work into the main row. 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can either slip stitch and work into the main row to square off your pattern, or if you like the curvature, you could work into that back row working your single crochets, and that would be your full repeat. So that was the broad rib and shell stitch. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, it's completely free, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. I only upload 1 video a week sometime. However, if you wanted to support the channel, click that super thanks if you really enjoyed the video, but it's not necessary. So I really hope you did enjoy that, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye now.